It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about maps of the past months, I should say. I was looking at the events teaser page and I was thinking about, planning the month of February and, where my double dipping and spending is going to be for this month. And I've been thinking a lot about the new Mysterious Island map for February. And by the way, this is linked over in the description box down below if you want to see the full map with all of the, the best routes to get all of the different things. I was looking at this, 24 moves, 10,000 emeralds. Now, there might be, one or two moves that you can save someplace. Maybe there's a hidden gap in this mountain range someplace that lets you across. I don't really know. But it got me thinking, 10,000 emeralds for 24 moves. It's really unfortunate when you compare it to the previous months. Never mind the Winds of the East map that just wasn't that good. But over on my website, HeroWarsCentral.com, I want to take a look at the January map. Let's take a look at the January map. The emeralds, 20,000 emeralds, and it cost you 19 moves, maybe 18. Maybe 17 if you kind of cut through here and you skipped. Yeah, 18 or 19 moves. It's 18 moves to skip that tower. And you needed one piece of wood as well. So 18 moves, 20,000 emeralds. 24 moves, 10,000 emeralds. Interesting. So then I wanted to look back at December's map, the best paths. Here we go. So this one was 18 moves and you got three right out of the gate here. So not only did you get 3 free moves and 500 emeralds, but it costs, subtracting 3 from 18, it's 15 moves. So it's 15 moves for 20,000 emeralds, which, by the way, you still do have access to the December map, okay? If you haven't got this 20,000 emerald piece from the December map or the 20,000 emeralds from the January map for, 18-ish moves, then I would definitely recommend you go and do that. So for February, we have half the emeralds for basically 33 or 50% more moves, depending on, the math that you look at and how you like to do it. It's 33%. It's an extra 6 moves, depending on which of the maps you look at, 6 or 7, whatever. And it's got me really curious as to why they did this. Now, if you take a look at the map as a whole, which you can do, it's there for another 30 days or 29 days or whatever it is left. You gotta ask yourself why they do stuff like this. And there's a couple of reasons why I think it could be. I don't know that we'll ever actually know for sure why this is the case, but the December and January maps are still there, right? We have the Ninja Turtles maps, we have the Winterfest maps, we have the East, Winds of the East map, which is pretty garbage. I hope that the 10,000 emerald for 25-ish, 24-ish moves isn't the new norm. I would hate for them to have their rewards going forward. I mean, that feels a little bit like we got mad about the Winds from the East map, which, by the way, from what I understand, the February map was always coming. The Winds from the East map was never the February map. We just misreported it because that's what happens with leaks and, data mined information. Sometimes it looks like one thing, but it's actually something else. We didn't see any big prizes on the Winds from the East map, so we couldn't really call it out as a Ninja Turtle map or a Winterfest map like we could with those particular maps. But, so if we threw a big fit and a lot of negative feedback about this map, and then they give us this one, and it's half the rewards that we expect, but it's still kind of in line with the rewards that we expect. Some of the towers provide multiple patterns and a lot of similar rewards to previous months, like the 100 absolute artifact chests, the 1,500 ascension crystals, and the different rewards. There is a downgrade here and there, like in the violet gifted a minion instead of it being an orange one. And what do you guys think is the reason why we have half the moves for half the emeralds for 33% more moves to get there? My hypothesis, my thought is simply that this is the last map. Maybe it's the second to last map. It does feel like that there's going to be a Valentine's Day or a Time to Love map right here. My thinking is that they just wanted to give us 50,000 emeralds per 3 months. And we can go back on my website and look at the August, September, October, or whatever maps to see if it did line up 50,000 emeralds in 90 days. I mean, we could go do that, but maybe they just wanted to, give us an opportunity to pump the brakes and not have to worry about clearing this map too much since they've given us so many maps in the past. That's like the optimism side of it. The really pessimistic side of it is less rewards. Well, I don't like it. It's still not terrible if you have the moves to spend. The maps are still the best way by far to get patterns. Like if you need patterns, there really isn't any other way to get them. Like this is the best thing. Something else, there's no 3 pattern chests on this map at all. There's no 3 pattern chests. If you look at some of these other maps, like all over the place, there's one and there's one and there's one. All of these with the 1 and the 2 pattern, the 3 patterns, those are all extra hidden chests on the map. There's none of those on the February map, which again, optimistic. I think that this is just a one-off just because it's the last map of the 90-day cycle. And come March, we're going to see a big map. I think hopefully we return to the 20,000 emeralds. Hopefully they got enough of the negative feedback from the wins from the East and this map release so far that they go back to the 20,000 emeralds and it only costing us between 15 and 20 mysterious island moves. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about all of this. And let me know what place you guys got in the Tournament of Power. Somebody used one of my strategies very successfully in our Tournament of Power, but we'll talk a little bit about that on Monday's live stream. We go live 12 p.m. Central Time. That is 6 p.m. UTC. We're back. Looking forward to hanging out with all of you and talking about Hero Wars all day. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.